Hello, Colorman lawyers. Hello, Colorman judges. Okay, now this is a bias mutual agreement. So we now notice Trump is the Epstein file case, and I just want to answer that question. Yes, Trump affiliated with Epstein files. But now let's listen to this video. Let's see what it could say, okay?
I want to talk about Texas from Cuba, convicted, homicide, arson, weapon offense.
Convicted. So what we talking about? Convict some of these perpetrators that rape these women that are sitting behind you that you refuse to even acknowledge they are here.
Time belongs to the gentleman from Kansas.
Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett just did something I've never seen in a congressional hearing. She stood up and said, "I'm not even going to ask this Attorney General questions because she's proven she won't answer them." Instead, she asked her colleague 3 simple questions. Right or wrong, raping children? Wrong. Killing random citizens? Wrong. Then she turned to the Epstein survivors sitting behind the Attorney General and thanked them for having more courage in their pinky fingers than the entire Department of Justice. Then she started listing evidence from the Epstein files connecting Trump to Epstein, FBI documents, instances where Epstein brought young girls to Trump, and Bondi sat there silent. Let me show you what happened.
Nice.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chairman. And to be clear, I'm not going to ask any questions of this witness because this witness has revealed that she has no intentions of answering questions. But instead, I'm going to ask some very basic questions really quickly of my colleague, Becca Balint, if she will answer right or wrong, raping children.
Wrong.
Right or wrong, killing random citizens.
Definitely wrong.
Right or wrong, enriching yourself as the sitting president of the United States.
Definitely wrong.
Okay, thank you, because I probably never would have got that with our witness. Our witness who somehow is a lawyer but does not understand how it works with witnesses. I'm not really sure what law school she went to.
So now this is dedication that Trump is an enemy towards United States citizens. So can we go faster with this report? Because Donald Trump is a criminal. Jurisdiction evidence found out. I want to ask you a question. How do a broke man get his funds by shutting what down? Government personally stages for financial benefit. And he is who? The president? But he keep doing what as a defense mechanism that he can now stand towards? The same thing last time what happened to us. And the citizenship. Now you understand why I said close his account, grab the funds back towards population. Now let's listen more. Drink you some tea, bitch.
And what all kind of cases she tried, but typically when you come into a space and somebody's a witness, then they sit there and they answer questions instead of asking questions. And then we also have this objection that we use as lawyers called non-responsive when a witness fails to actually answer the question. But nevertheless, let me address the survivors, because that's exactly who they are. They are not victims, they are survivors. Let me say thank you for having more courage and moral clarity in your pinky fingers than the entire Department of Justice. We are currently the laughing stock of the world, partially because of the failed leadership within the DOJ, as we see kings and queens falling everywhere around the world. But we don't know the basics of right and wrong in this country, because it's not about partisanship. And that's why I applaud Thomas Massie, because he's the only person on the Republican side that has a backbone and knows how to stand up to corruption. But nevertheless, let me keep going. My Democratic colleagues have been attacked this entire committee hearing. They have been lied on, and frankly, the American people weren't looking for that. They were looking for answers about the corruption that they see coming from this administration. In the written testimony of this witness, of this particular witness, she stated that when she took office, she had two main goals. The first was to end the weaponization of justice, and second, to return the department to its core mission. Not only have you lied about both, you've intentionally done the exact opposite. You're spending more taxpayer resources arresting journalists than you are prosecuting pedophiles and creeps. In fact, your boss, the President of the United States, stated that this administration, quote, took the freedom of speech away. And at your direction, DOJ has arrested Don Lemon and Georgia Fort. And I might add that y'all actually had a judge that rejected y'all for trying to arrest Don Lemon before, just like the grand jury rejected y'all as it relates to Senator Kelly, just like a grand jury rejected y'all as it relates to Senator Slotkin, just like the case against Tish James was dismissed and the case against Mr. Comey was dismissed. I completely don't get how it is that you're sitting at the top of DOJ, because you don't seem to be.
So, is the Department of Justice correct in the terms of Donald Trump and the series of mutual affairs that was happening undercover in the White House? Look into Bill Clinton. Let's see what stands out of evidence towards him. Because this is the annoying issue that we are always getting faced with. Now just think of it. Go all the way back to see who's still alive, who were presidents. And let's see, actually observe what is their common core denominator into the Epstein files as report. That's where you'll have to put dedication towards to find out more evidence than Epstein files of people who supported him. The more we get that done, the more it will get finished. But we do know Trump is guilty. Bill Clinton is guilty. He's just associated with him. Excuse me, bitch, associated. What else can you say in a mutual standpoint?